Hello, my name is Andrew Cranston and I am the choir director of Topps United Church, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about what's going to happen when we come back into the church for live worship. There's a few new procedures that we need everybody to follow, so we thought we'd shoot this little video to give people an idea of what it's going to look like when you actually arrive at the church. You can see here the door will be open behind me, so as you come into the church, we ask that people only enter the vestibule one at a time. Also, we know that the back door is normally open during worship, but all exiting and entering will have to happen through this front door once we come back into in-person worship. So as you come into the church, you're going to make sure you're wearing your mask. You will be able to take it off a little bit later, but for now you'll have to have it on while you're moving about the church, entering or exiting. So you're going to enter the church, and in the vestibule here there will be bulletins available. We're going to ask everybody to sanitize their hands with sanitizer that will be available. And there will be somebody here also checking off names and whatever registration procedures that we follow to ensure that we know we have the contact information of everybody who's in the church. So once you've done that, you can enter the church. And as I'm entering the church, you'll be able to see that there are arrows here on the floor. We're going to ask everybody to enter the church through the center aisle. You'll also notice that there are pews that are marked off. Only every second pew is available to sit in, and we will ask that people won't sit in the pews that have tape over them, obviously. So I'm coming into the church, and we're going to ask everybody who arrives to come in and come as far forward as possible. So I'm going to come into the church into the very second or third pew that's available. I'm going to move all the way over to the edge and sit as far as I can. And we understand that there will be people who will be together in their own bubbles. It will be impossible for us to determine how many people can fit in each pew. We just ask that people's bubbles remain 6 feet apart from everybody else's bubble. Once I'm here seated in my seat, I can take my mask off. It's important that I keep it on while I'm moving about the church, but while I'm seated here for service, I can take it off. And then service will carry on. There will be no congregational singing, at least at the beginning, and we can update people a little bit further down the road on that. But starting off at our first few services, we will not be taking part in congregational singing. So we'll be sitting here watching the service. The service will end. Everybody's going to put their mask back on. And starting with the very back of the church, people will stand up, step into the outer aisle here. There are also arrows pointed on, painted on the floor here. Starting with the very back of the church, people will exit through this back aisle, one at a time or a bubble at a time, through the door here, in which case they will come around and exit through the same door that they came into. And that's how people will move around the church when they come to service. Now, the bathrooms down in the basement through this stairwell here, we would ask the people, if possible, to avoid use of the bathrooms. But if they must use the bathroom, they should avail themselves of the basement bathrooms. They should also ensure that they are the only person in the bathroom at that time and close the door to make sure that that is the case. And as people are leaving the church, they will leave through the same door that they entered. And that's a little explanation of what's going to be happening when we very soon come back to worshiping live together here at Topps United Church. Thank you very much.